What's going on, boys? My name is Sid, and something pretty big today, because with the new update that comes out the 14th, I think like maybe 2 days from when this video comes out, the Star Edition, this thing right here, the Mitsubishi Eclipse Star Edition, is going to be coming back into the Crew 2 Ubisoft Ivory Tower, not on the update day. It comes out the second week, so the 20th, I think, is the day. I'm not too sure. Something along those lines. But yes, this thing, the Mitsubishi Star Edition Eclipse, it came out so long ago. Let me tell you the story of this car, because this car originally released crew credit only, and Ubisoft, but the Crew 2, made like a promise when they released the game that, oh my god, we'll never make a divide between players that's money or whatever, right? We don't talk about the motor pass, but this thing was part of that little pact, because this thing was said, well, this thing released, and, well, you had to pay crew credits for it. You couldn't buy this thing with the normal currency in the Crew 2 bucks. You had to buy it with crew credits. And just like was expected, there was a lot of backlash, and because of that, all of the upcoming crew credit only cars, like the allegedly, the High Octane, the Ghost Hunt Combi Bus, the Burning Wheels Edition Hub 1, I personally believe all of those were going to be crew credit only. They weren't after that. Well, to be fair, right, back when these cars came out, contracts were still in the game, so you could still earn crew credits, right? Like, you could still earn a lot of crew credits. Most people didn't even pay for this thing. I paid for it, though. It 360s so well. That was clean as hell. Oh. But what that caused was, one, the rest of the cars that were going to be crew credit only, they weren't. They were Bucks cars. And what it also caused was this thing to never release again. Apparently, allegedly, the Smoke and the Nitro did release again, I hear. But where am I off to? This thing itself, the car, never released again until this second week. See, the thing is, because of that, this was made the rarest car in the game, by far. You know, for Summit cars, a Summit car was 9,000 people. The rarest Summit cars in the game were owned by 9,000 people over every platform. You would be pressed to find 9,000 people over every platform that had the money to buy this thing. So it's presumably the rarest, but not anymore. Now, okay, ow. Now, well, it's not going to be. And let me go into it today, customize it, take it into a race, and use the rarest car in the game for one final hurrah. I've got some parts on it, you can see. I'm going to customize it. We're not going to use the vanities that are already on it. I'm probably going to end up removing it from my cars up here. You can see only 310 downloads on the top livery. 230, 202, 190 on the highest liveries on this car. That's unheard of for a car like this, a JDM car, to be only on like 300 downloads at the top is insane. But that's gonna change. I can imagine those numbers are going to skyrocket the moment this thing comes back into circulation. And what do you think about it? That's what I want to know. First of all, head down there, subscribe with notifications on. It would be very much appreciated. And after this one, just check out one of my other videos. But right now, what do you think of this thing? Coming back, that is. Ooh, I don't know what's highest to go with. So here's what I think, right? Here's what I think. While you type your little comment down there, you can go put your comment. I'm just going to be customizing the car up here. But here's my suggestion. Why couldn't it have come out as a Summit car? If it came out as a Summit car, I feel like not only would people get to own the car, that would be great, people get to own the car, but it would still, think about this, right? 40,000, is it 40,000? I think it's like 20,000. 20,000 people over every platform would own the car. And that would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. but instead, anyone can now own the car. And if it came back as a Summit car, it could have been a big event. Like, woo, look, it's the Star Edition. It's coming back. This is so poggers. This is a really Pega Lamau Twitch moment. But instead, it's just gonna be so flaccid. It's just gonna, like, it's just like, Eclipse Star Edition is back. Okay? And then done. Everyone's done caring by the next week. If it came back as a Summit Edition, it would have been like a big event. It would have been like a big thing. But instead, it's just... Oh, and it's not gonna be rare anymore. It's not gonna... Well, we've customized it, thankfully. We're gonna take it into a race now, obviously. I can't actually take it into one of the ice races, because I'm doing this in the main version of the game. So, you know. Harlem West. We'll do some classics like Harlem West, why not? It sucks. Could have just been a Summit car. People would have been mad about it, like, oh my god, it's a Summit car. This is really bad. But people are always mad about Summit cars. You know, it's such a cool car, and it was so rare before, but now it's just not going to... It wasn't good either, by the way. I'll tell you that story, too, because it wasn't good. Like, at all. I mean, that's the thing, right? If this thing is able to come back, a car solely behind a paywall, what is stopping Motor Pass cars from coming back? You could say because they're Motor Pass cars, and this was the only bundle exclusive car in the game, but what's the difference? The Motor Pass is just a different type of bundle. You just get more with it. What is stopping them from bringing back Motor Pass cars as bucks only? Right? Like, if people complaining is why they did it, there's no reason they couldn't bring back Motor Pass cars if people complained enough. I'm just saying, it's shocking that this is what it's come to. One thing is, though, that, yeah, this thing was never really good. See, because what happened is it's a paywall, right? It was behind a paywall. And obviously, if this thing was behind a paywall and was the best car in street, people wouldn't have been very happy. So because of that, the Crew 2 ended up nerfing this thing into the ground. And that's a theme now. That's a common theme. Any car, if it's a wide-bodied version of a car, it will be nerfed. It's the same with everything. Every Motor Pass car, well, most Motor Pass cars, most Summit cars, if it's wider, it will be worse, which sucks. Because realistically in the game, wider equal better if it's on the same car. If it's on a different car, wider equal cringe now. And it's annoying that that's a thing. I really am up in arms today about this thing. I don't like it. I don't like any of this, really. Let's take it into another race.
Your sleeper car just woke up in a big way.
My sleeper car did just wake up in a big way. Except it's not a sleeper car, it's worse than the normal version of the car. Obviously, it's a car in the Crew 2, so you can easily beat the AIs with it, but, you know, here we are. The Star Edition's coming back. There's now, well, you know what? The lowest, I was gonna say the lowest car in the game because of the goddamn notification. The rarest car in the game now is actually now wait for this one. Technically speaking, the rarest car in the game is now the Ghost Recon Ford Raptor is the rarest car in the game. Now, what is that based off? Technically speaking, it's owned by as many people as a couple other cars. So, owning-wise, it's as rare as a couple other cars. But the reason it's the rarest is because it is the oldest Summit car in the game. Oldest Summit car in the game to only have ever released once. So this was before the Summit was 11,000 on PlayStation, 4,000 on PC. This was well before that. This is before Stadia too, so that's an extra 3,000 less. And this was the oldest 3,000 only Summit car that only released once. So therefore, after this race, we'll hop in it. Unfortunately, this thing's glory really has fallen off. Here we go. This thing is no... Oh! That was nuts! What? That was sick! Huh? And I'm parked, too! Look at that! That was sick. Oh. Well, that was cool, I guess. But this thing is no longer the rarest car in the game. Although, I gave it a pretty sick send-off there. Because the rarest car in the game is now, over here, the Ghost Recon Ford Raptor. Of all the cars to be the rarest cars in the game, it's cool that it's this one, right? A Ubisoft on Ubisoft collab. A rally raid car. You know, I think this gets a pass in my book. I think this thing gets a pass in my book. It's pretty cool. It's a Ghost Recon Raptor. That's that other Ubisoft game. Whoa. That's crazy. It's wild and wacky. But look at that, chat. Look at that. Who would have thought? Thank you to popular members. Special thank you to famous members. Insane thank you to Icon, a star member, Pro Noob. And an insane thank you to Icon member, Dustin for the Love of Life. And Eddie Gonzalez in a